our very special guest, Jamie Alcroft, Phil Proctor,
How do you do?
of Boomers on a Bench, which we will talk about in just a few minutes. But first, I'd like to ask you guys are veteran comedians, actors. Phil, you were with Fire Sign Theater.
That's
Talk
right.
a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is a little gift for you. It's a book that we have. You can reach it at our website. It's got 80 hours of our radio shows, because we began on the radio, local KPFK radio, listener supported, did a lot of other stations, and we basically gravitated from that to making phonographs records. You can see some of them right here.
You couldn't go buy a dorm room in the 60s and 70s without hearing Fire Sign Theater blasting out of there.
So if people would like to either get a copy of the book or some of your old radio shows, is there a website they can
Yes,
go
you
to?
just go to firesigntheater.com. We're all
Shameless plug.
Little
We're all
commercial.
fire signs. I'm a Leo. There were two Sagittarius.
And if you order now.
and an Aries. That's right. You'll get a bunch
wait,
of steak
there's
knives.
more.
Right.
Wonderful. And Jamie, addition to being Westlake Village Citizen of the Year.
Yeah, that's kind of after I retired. Yeah.
Yeah. First, well, tell me how that came about.
I did a concert for the LVUSD Arts programs with Michael McDonald, and we had Tommy Shaw.
When you raised your kids in the Conejo Valley.
Yes, yeah, they went to White Oak Elementary and Lindero Canyon Middle School. My daughter Haley Kyoko was president of the school, and then president of her senior class at Agura. And so I was with a comedy team, Mac and Jamie, for 30
Right.
years.
Hold up your book.
We met in
Another shameless
well, this
plug?
is one of our books. Remember when? Remember when?
Which is becoming increasingly difficult.
Yeah, what was I talking about?
My
Wait.
book.
Oh yeah, your book.
Oh, no,
your
yeah,
book,
sorry.
your book.
No, your book. I'm sorry, I forgot.
And it's endorsed by Kevin Nealon, Dennis Miller, and Jay Leno. And
Just
they said, I don't know.
No one you've never heard
Yeah,
of.
just-
No,
so,
and,
right.
you know, and I
Drinking
know it's
buddies.
tacky to drop names.
No,
Paul
it's
McCartney
not.
told me
Not
that.
here, not here. It's good.
There,
Tell
we
us
dropped some
what was
names.
Mac and Jamie? Also,
So anyway, we had
Performing on
fun.
the
We had a
radio.
TV series in the 80s and did a bunch of Tonight shows and Evening at the Improv and toured with Diana Ross, and we had a great career. And I've just had a great time being funny for 30 years. And then I thought, well, I want to get off the road. I want to try something
Did
different.
your wife have a great time?
No, she did not. She endured it.
Well, we should say though how we met first.
Well,
'Cause
let's say
I
how
was
you
with a
guys
group
met.
called Proctor and Bergman, which was a spin-off of the Fireside Theater,
Okay.
and we were touring,
Yeah.
and we ran into Mac and Jamie, and
And-
we're absolutely blown away by their incredible comedy.
These guys have been icons to me in college, and I just
Yes,
thought,
I can.
I can't believe. I mean, I'd always wanted to just have his babies, and now it's
tell
too
your
late.
wife that.
Damn it, it's too late for that.
Hey.
So now we're creating other stuff.
well, tell us about Boomers on a Bench. Who came up with the idea, and what is the concept?
It's an idea I came up with for a late night TV show that was hosted by Jack Lemmon on ABC. They wanted me to do straight news at the desk, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do something a little different because everything would look like Weekend Update. It would just
That's
seem
right.
like such a copy, a rip-off of everything else. Not necessarily the news, Weekend Update. They're all sitting behind a desk with some female co-anchor and blah, blah, blah. So Mac and I started sitting on a bench reading out of the newspaper to each other. And Mac retired from the comedy business too, and he moved to Louisville, Kentucky. And Phil had recently lost his partner, Peter Bergman.
That's right.
In untimely death to cancer. And we got together one night for drinks. And
I don't remember that night.
no, I don't either. I don't either.
Must have been
but
good.
The bartender told me
Yeah.
that we agreed to start doing comedy together.
Oh,
and
that's how it
because
happened.
I was
Oh.
bored, he was bored. I said, well, let's relieve the boredom. You know, let's get back into what we were born to do.
Let's get some laughs.
So
Yeah.
we post on YouTube and Vimeo and Facebook,
Set the stage. I mean, it's a couple of guys sitting reading the paper. Looks like
waiting for the bus.
Okay.
waiting for the
We're
bus.
waiting for the bus.
They're old. They're
Very
supposedly
simple.
old friends.
Old friends.
Because the
Okay.
bus comes at the end of every bit.
Okay.
That's
And
how-
we're responding to the madness of the world that we see in the news.
Okay, the Montana Senate in response to a massive surge in the number of tourists this year, has passed a bill raising the speed limit from 75 to 90 miles per hour. Boy, that's going to thin the herd in the Big Sky State,
Yeah,
huh?
you ain't heard nothing yet. 5 years after investigators found Maria Bufford's right foot on an abandoned train track, the case of the missing 56-year-old had not been solved until she appeared suddenly at the local sheriff's station demanding her foot back.
I bet she was hopping mad, huh?
Oh, I wonder who'll foot the bill for the reattachment, huh?
Not afraid to touch on any subject.
No.
No. It's getting harder and harder to top them, though. It's
Yeah.
getting harder and harder to top reality. Next season, which we're going to start shooting in September,
Yeah.
we're going to have guest stars on the bench with us.
Oh.
So we've reached out to our friends. I mean, we both have very well-known and very brilliantly talented,
Yes.
funny friends
Exciting.
in the business.
Great.
And I've reached out to them and asked them to do it, and many of them have responded, yeah, I'd love to
when
be on
when can
sit
we
on the
start
bench."
looking for that?
On
When's the
September,
next
End of September.
our second
Okay.
season.
Yeah, Weird Al may be one of our first guests.
We've reached out to
Cool.
Fred Willard and Kevin Nealon and Bob Hayes.
Guys, thank you so much for
Thank you, Susan.
melting out here with me. And
Yes, it's been great. I love this wilting kind of feeling here. And we're kind of here for the Humidity Festival, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks so much.
Thank you all.
Okay, thank you.
All right.